Hello, Wednesday Night Poetry. My name is Kimberly Ann Priest, and I am currently in Shoal Creek Conservation Area near Joplin, Missouri. I came here today because Kai asked for poems about nourishment, and nothing nourishes me more than nature. Specific things in nature nourish me. For one, water. I draw a lot of psychic energy from the water, and I love to find water when I really need to get in touch with myself, to get in tune with myself more. Also shells, which you find near water, and surprisingly here at Shoal Creek they have these little oyster shells, so I've collected a number of these. I like to collect shells from any beach that I go to, and then I take them home and I put them in my plants. I line my plants with these shells, so I have shells from all over the United States with my plants. And plants also nourish me. So shells, plants, water, often showing up in my poetry these days. I'm gonna read a poem to you that has shells and water in it, and also a woman named Olivia. She is the cover artist for my new book that's coming out with Sundress Publications this summer, called Slaughter the One Bird. And I'm really delighted to have her featured with my book because she and I share some similar experiences with domestic violence and trauma and having to overcome homelessness and things like that. And I met her in Erie, Pennsylvania. We spent some time near water. This poem has that in it, and we share that artist spirit, and in the most difficult times the ability to find things to celebrate and create art through our lives and in our lives and around us. Find it. So I'm going to read this poem to you today. A few of the things are a little fictional, for instance the names of the art pieces that she has, but other than that, this is all a true story. The unusual art of living well. Olivia smiles out at blue-gray water, miles of driftwood and stone thrown up against the shore. She is oyster in homemade hat, cold nipping at the soft parts of her face. Presque Isle frames itself nicely in her phone's camera. Photographs she sells to make a meager living on the internet. There, pink flamingos dance beak to wing to toe in silver shallows. A Sarasota salsa alongside three tall posing palms titled stooges, their fronds personalizing each dowdy head. Boats moor Haven Island in a sea of red, white, and green paint along its coast, their little ropes reaching toward a viewer. And in Mexico, she has summoned a series of Jalisco ghosts, swirling folk dancers implied by widespread blurred rainbows, tanned heads, hands, and leather-heeled feet. A city arcs into blue, bright cobalt blue, and she calls it simply St. Louis. Not like yard flowers in Cleveland or grungy Pittsburgh garages. And she has so much to say about Michigan, where the dunes and lakes are always beguiled by its photo-friendly people. Girl in beach hat, boy collecting shells, and swimmers at Ludington Lighthouse. Today, her own pockets are filled with the red rocks of Lake Erie and sea glass. She scuttles from sand in hand before leaving the beach to walk toward a van laden with all her worldly treasures. Ohio, it reads in blocked metal letters, as well as Missouri, Florida, Georgia, and Maine, stickered for all the places she's been since a 3-year divorce left her with nothing, a husband's final revenge. Next, she says, she will go to Nova Scotia. I can follow her there on Instagram. Olivia is now in Nova Scotia. I'm very proud of her. She's an amazing artist and an amazing woman. Thank you for joining me today on Wednesday Night Poetry.